Yo, what is up guys? King Vanderbilt back at you with a long-awaited part 6 of What If Killua, What If Deku was Killua. I'm too tired right now. The struggles of schooling. But anyway, sorry that there's been a lot of stuff going on, so been very busy. Mainly being so tired that I fall asleep when I get home, because, yeah, that's just my life. But I'm glad everybody has shown a lot of support on the new, on the new Kurapika video, because I love that series, and it was it was a fun thing to do, and it will be a continued series, so don't worry, people who are wanting more. I'll be dropping this the other week. I've got a first giant spider in the room. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, we left off on on a high note, as in well, Todoroki had asked Deku to come to, Killua to come to her house. Sorry. As, she was told by Fuyumi to, well, invite him over for dinner, as it's the polite thing to do after buying him the clothes. As, Killua just accepted, out of courtesy, and he's not going to say no to a free meal. Plus, he was a bit interested to see what Todoroki's living arrangements was like, so he went over. And he met he met Fuyumi, Natsuo, well, Shota, and, Enji. As, they all were sat around they were talking until Endeavor got home, as after getting himself, after getting himself arranged, he sat down and then asked Killua, to an arranged marriage with Shota, as his powerful choir combined with hers would be even more magnificent. As Killua said, sure. However, the only agreement would be that they would be able to get permission from his parents. Well, not just his parents, but his clan. And they explained that his clan was a special lineage. And we'll get right into it. After they'd finished the meal, they started talking some more, as Endeavor was being a lot more friendly towards him, as obviously there was a lot of, admiration. There's a lot of respect, as Endeavor did respect people that were strong, and seeing as Killua was, a natural born prodigy, that he has seen, well, he has seen a lot of news about, especially with the USJ incident. That caused him to, seek an interest in him. Sorry about all the shuffling, I'm wearing a spray jacket because it's fucking raining in Australia. But it caused him to have a lot of, a lot of respect for him. As he's getting to know him a lot more and continue to ask him questions about his family. As he says, there's only one real person you need to ask for permission. As, Endeavor perked up and said that would be my grandpa, Zenjin. As he says, your grandpa? Is he the clan head? For now he is, yes. That is supposed to carry on to me once I prove myself worthy. Prove yourself worthy? Says, to get into the old estate, I remember if visitors want to be able to even see them, they have to pass a test. That is the test you must face. As Endeavor was almost laughing at that, however, he took it a lot more seriously than, because he wanted this arranged thing to happen. As Shota didn't care, and neither did Killua really, but they went along with it because, they didn't really see a problem with it. As Shota did actually have a bit of a crush on him after, on Killua after he kind of saved her. Even though he never was really in that situation, he kind of took out all those bad guys by himself and had fun while doing it. And that kind of happiness sort of lit a passion in her that she didn't know she really had, but she's been keeping it bottled up and not knowing what to do with these feelings. And Killua, well, did, admired her for a different reason. Is that she had the life that he wanted. He just wanted a normal life with no training, no nothing. He just wanted to be a normal kid. While Turtle was not normal herself, it was still a lot more normal than when he had the face. A lot less, well, a lot less problematic. And for everybody's being comments being like, well, he had hot water thrown on her face by her mother. It's like, yes, but that's a lot more normal than being beaten down by your family and being trained from a young age to be an assassin. So yeah. As he asked about this test. So, well, Killua explained, in order to get onto my family's estate, which is on the clan property grounds, you need to pass a series of tests. A series of tests. Well, I say that, however, it's just a few gates. A few gates? Well, you see, in the Kansai region, there's this out in the mountains. There's the Zoldyck estate, or at least that is what it's been called. Says Zoldyck. Haven't heard of it. It's a very old legend. Not many people know about it. And in order for those to be able to see inside of it or meet with the clan's representative that run it, they have to pass through 10 different doors, each weighing more than the last. Those who can clear all 10 doors are welcome in and are able to meet with the family. Okay, it shouldn't be that hard. You would think so, however, those doors, the first one weighs 100 kilograms, as Endeavor said, alright, and the second one weighs 200. As she's a bit shocked by that. The third one weighs 300. As he says, please, just stop. So you're telling me I have to push open all these doors which get progressively harder? If you want to meet with my grandpa, yes. Can't you just call him to come meet me? Says, like I said, it doesn't work like that in my family. Strength tops all. And if you want to prove yourself worthy, you must show your effort. If you can push down that door, they will consider meeting. And I'm sure, as you guessed by doing some simple maths, that once you open the final door, it'll be weighing about a ton. And, well, Endeavor, slightly shocked, just asked, well, how many can you open? As, well, Killua just says, I can open all of them. As Endeavor looked at him, well, kind of worryingly, as it's like, oh, you don't believe me, do you? And it says, follow me. As they go outside, and Endeavor's car's parked there. It's nothing too fancy, because he's not really an expensive luxury car guy. But it's like a big SUV. As Killua goes up to the middle of it, and picks it up. As he lifts it over his head. And slowly plants it back down, as Endeavor's totally shocked. It's like, I thought you had an electric quirk. Electricity. Says, yeah, that's my quirk. Why? But what about the strength? Natural training. But uh, no person could achieve that naturally. It's like, he says I'm a natural person. Like I said, I'm the prophesized heir to to the lineage. The greatest in their ranks. So, naturally I must be I must be taught as such. As, well, Killua takes out his phone and looks at, and gives him the address, and it's like, go here. But, anyway, I'll, I'll speak with you once you've completed that. Until then, I'll see you around. So he goes over to Fumi and Natsuo and says, and thank you two for the lovely meal. As, well, Fumi was kind of caught off surprised by the sudden shift in attitude, as she's like, oh, it's okay. And says, Natsuo just says, yeah, well, hopefully you aren't becoming a big bro soon. And says, hopefully, but I'm pretty sure that man over there is pretty stubborn. I don't need to live with him to know that. As, well, he just laughs up. You're not wrong. As, well, Killua well, goes over to Sherato, as gives her a bit of a hug and says, well, I'll see you at school tomorrow. Well, at this festival more like. So don't hold back, okay? As he walks off, but she's just standing there blankly, as Fumi just goes, Shota, trying to poke her in the face, says, well, she looks directly at it, and it's like, oh my god, you're red! Shota, are you there? And she kept poking him and, like, basically shaking her, and it's like, as steam fucking idiot today, steam started coming off of her, and she started, like, radiating an intense bright aura, and it's like, oh my god, she's embarrassed. It's basically, she didn't know how to deal with it, so she just lit on fire. Because if you've ever seen that comic of the Todoroki X Midoriya, female Todoroki, it is fucking hilarious when that happens. So she literally just bursts into fire. And this marks to the next day. As next day rolls around, well, they're all getting ready. As they ask for Class 1A's representative, as they say, Killua Midoriya, would you please come to the stand? As he walks up and goes, what do you want, Prison Mike? Have you got your speech ready? Speech? Like, you didn't prepare a speech, you've been told about this. As he remembers back into when he was sleeping in the middle of class, as Aizawa was saying something to him, but he couldn't remember. Oh, so that's what he kept trying to tell me. Oh. How are we gonna do this, Midnight? He says, I don't know. Do you think of anything? Well, Killer just grabs the mic and says, don't worry. Well, yeah, it's kind of my specialty. As he just takes his hand up and says, welcome, one and all, everybody, boys and girls, men and women alike, to the wonderful event that is the UA Sports Festival. Everybody around the world, I hope that you'll look at today as one of the brightest days in the recent history, as you'll get to see the brand new generation of heroes. And we will show off for you our power and commitment to being the next symbol of peace. I, Killua Midoriya, representative of Class 1A, promise all of you that you will see nothing you've ever seen before. This will be nothing like previous years. It will show you something that that will never be erased from your mind for millennia. Take my word, as an up-and-coming hero, and, well, a personal go-getter. Keep your eyes in the future, and let's all go plus ultra. As everybody starts going nuts, as he just tosses the mic back to Mike, as he goes, says, how'd you wing that so easily? Says, confidence is key. Doesn't matter what I'm talking about as long as I have heart. He says, I guess you're right. As well, now all of the little races and whatnot are getting set up as everybody's was basically saying how good the speech was and how rallying it got them. Especially Ida saying it was definitely a speech for a true hero. Says, yeah, that's what I can make up in 30 seconds. As they started laughing it off and says, no, I'm being serious. I made that up in 30 seconds. So going, oh, we had so much hope in you. Then the events start. As now they're all getting ready for the obstacle course. And I'm pretty sure how you all know that goes. He fucking wins. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but being a ninja, you realistically have to be faster than everybody else if you want to survive. So therefore, being able to just dash to the other side while also using electricity quirk to make your muscles even faster. But yeah, he just flat out wins it. But I'll describe a few of the events. The robots that came into first contact with him, since he didn't have enough time to charge fully, he grabbed onto the first one and burst straight through its core as his fist impaled right through it, as he's just taking a charge from it while grabbing the core and throwing it into the others. As Shota had completely thrown a massive pillar of ice, impaling the robot right in front of her. As she started running under it as it's like not bad, but I could do much flashier. As he starts generating an electricity cloak around him, as he starts crackling full of energy, as he starts blitzing down and to the tire rope section in a matter of 10 seconds, which was even faster than Ida's time. As he started crackling through, leaving scorch marks in his wake wherever he landed. As he jumped through and saw the ropes, he decided to just instead let gravity do the work. As he jumped over and as he reached the middle, as he started falling, he slashed the rope and used the momentum from it to basically slingshot himself up as he sends himself flying into the air. As he lands in the minefield, as President Michael's saying, "Oh no, is our contestant gonna have a unhappy ending with all these mines in the field?" As it says, as he just thinks to himself, "Ah, you're way too good of an announcer. You announced my victory." As right as where Killua landed, he dispersed all the electricity through the ground, permanently shortly stunning the mines, which means they disarmed themselves for enough time that he could dash over it before they rearm themselves. So that means the rest of the competitors that have to follow after him still have to deal with them, while he just gets to walk past them, as he takes first place. And, that's the end of that story. The cavalry battle goes the same as in canon, and I won't say anything changes, because I don't see a need to. Because Killua is just going to be Killua. Wait, no, I'll say they swap out Kaminari. Wait, no, they swap out Kaminari on the other team with Mei. So it's Kaminari, Dark Shadow, and Uraraka. Sorry, I meant Tokiyami. And if you're wondering why didn't I include Momo there as well to stop them from being all shocked, Killua. He's literally the saving grace. Is he's able to absorb the energy faster than Kaminari can output it, literally like a lightning rod. And just saying, the training that Zenjin had put Killua through last, last time, in last part, it involved taking him to a mountain that was notorious for lightning strikes, and putting him at the top there, taking lightning bolts to the face, pretty much. He took lightning bolts to the body, and eventually building a resistance to it, able to getting a fuck ton of energy. If you don't know how much energy lightning can produce, go look it up because it is a lot. But he's also fast enough to react to it in order to block parts like his eyes from being struck, as well as even intercept it with his hand. So he is quite fast, especially in reaction time. As the round started, the first thing he said was Kaminari Juice. He says, "Got it. 1.3 million volts." As it started dispersing everywhere. However, it suspended in midair and then sunk right into Killua's body. As now the electricity cloak that was shining before was now even brighter, and but this time was a golden yellow instead of the classic blue, as he was overcharged. So what he did was he jumped off Uraraka. As he did this quickly before he got zapped with all the electricity, using that to actually send him forward instead of jumping back down onto Uraraka. As this, just being in the electricity cloak means anything that touches him gets shocked, and quite brutally at that. He's able to shut down those giant robots just by touching him. So he runs around to all the teams and taps them within a matter of a few seconds, as he's running fast, if not faster than the speed of lightning, and just tapping or touching the opponents and then jumping off of them causes their body to basically give out and they start pulsating on the ground. As they're wondering what went on, as within a matter of like a few seconds, a few milliseconds, considering the speed of lightning, they were all on the ground spasming. As they was like, what the hell went on? So they reviewed the footage as they slowed it down to 50 times decreased speed, as they could capture Killua moving at a fast speed, fast enough that they could capture it. And you could see him jumping from competitor to competitor, without touching the ground, stealing the headbands and electrocuting him in the process. As they were flabbergasted, and instead of doing anything, they decided on a rule. They'll let the rest of the competitors get their headbands back and they fight over that, as his team will be guaranteed an entry. And so that's what ended up happening. And I'll fight it out, and everybody seems to be in the same canon groups. Now this time I'm going to say, instead of Todoroki and, Killua fighting in the second round after beating Shinzo, it would be Bakugo and Todoroki that fight in the first round. In the second round. As it will be Killua vs Tokiyami in the second round. So that's what's going to end up happening. As Shinzo started walking out, as he was he's basically just walking out lazily. As he walked into the ring, he says, "So you're the famous Wonder Boy, eh?" And Deku, not even really giving him the time of day, says, "Yeah, what of it?" It says, "Must be nice having a powerful quirk." It says, Not really. Of course you would see it like that. You've been born with privilege. You had a nice flashy quirk, so all of this glory and fame seemed so natural to you. As as the match started, Shinzo was about to run his mouth a bit more to then put him into a hypnosis, as Killua just, basically walked behind him in the matter of seconds, activating a quick succession of the Godspeed cloak and chopping him in the back of the neck, knocking him out as, well, he's declared the winner, as he he basically goes up to Shinzo. No, he bends down to Shinzo after he's been declared the winner, and zaps some small jolt of electricity that wakes him up. As well, he said, I wasn't even. Yes, I might have a powerful quirk, and I might have a flashy one. However, there's a lot of hard work and training put into this quirk. No hero, no individual gets where they are without training, dedicating their life to their arts and mastery. Hell, a bricklayer or a painter, both of them very different, but their ideals are the same: patience and skill. The more skillful you are, the easier it is, and that's life. I've trained day in, day out. That's why this all looks so easy to me. Now you need to find someone who can give you that push, because he ain't gonna just come walking up to you. You need to show them why you deserve to have that chance. As he walks off, as Shinzo basically just goes silent. And then the second round starts, as, obviously it was going to be Dark Shadow versus Killua, and Tokiyami does not have a chance in the world. Considering he can react to this, he can move as fast as lightning, if not faster. Yeah, Dark Shadow moving that fast, and electricity sparks off a lot of light. Those who don't know, it really does. And therefore, Dark Shadow is basically useless. As he does the same thing Bakugo does, except doesn't threaten to almost kill him. But the most interesting match that round would be Bakugo versus Todoroki. As, this is a highly anticipated match, as they're now fighting one another, and as they get into the matches, Shota is standing there and facing down Bakugo. He started lighting, crackling explosions in his hand, and he starts laughing maniacally and says, I've always wanted to beat a pompous asshole into submission. Let's see how you stack up. As, Shota just said nothing, but had a nasty glare. Oh, glaring at me, huh? I'll take that as you'd want your ass to be beat. As the match starts, and, Chota releases a huge wave of ice, as Bakugo would start exploding around him, causing a little shell to form around him. And he was not affected, as he started growing the explosions bigger and bigger, as he would collapse out of the giant iceberg, raging, charging like a bull, raging out at Shota, literally seeing red. As he started, rushing at her with a huge flurry, as she decided to try and bring up an ice wall to defend herself. However, he just broke through it in a matter of seconds. Oh, what's wrong, Icy Heart? You're not gonna use your fire on me? Are you looking down on me? As, he got close enough to light an explosion in her face, which knocked her back. It says, "I'll not use his power to defeat you of all people. You arrogant asshole of a person." It's like, "Good, get angry. Let's see if I can light that fire, literally." As, well, Bucko starts growing more and more intense as well as more and more violent. As his, onslaughts kept on coming, as Todoroki's ice was taking a toll on her body. As he was starting to slow down and freeze up. As, well, he would taunt her by saying, "Come on, use your fire and that little bit of frost will go away. You know you want to do it." As, well, she kept resisting and wouldn't allow it to happen. As Barker became more and more annoyed and started growing, a lot more violent. As his attacks were now doing some harm, scorching the ice side of her skin. As, well, she would try and, while she was ducking under cover, she grabbed a piece of the ice and put it against her arm to cool it down before throwing it at Barker as he was getting close. As, well, she manages to catch him off guard by, as he lands, his foot gets encased by ice. As, well, that seems to catch him off guard for a split second. However, he just uses the explosion to shoot himself back upwards. As she's preparing to release one final ice blast that will stop her from moving for quite a while. As he starts preparing, he starts spinning around as he turns into a swirling vortex as he shouts out, "Hellwitzer Impact!" And Killua, seeing what was about to happen, basically got in the middle of both of them, catching the ice in one hand, holding it off, and catching the fiery explosions going in from another, activating his his Godspeed cloak. As the attack collided, and two massive eruptions of explosions had collided. As, after the dust settled and the smoke cleared, there lied two competitors. Bakugo, whose fist was blocked by Killua, and Todoroki's, which was, who was lying on the floor passed out. As, Midnight wanted to know the reason for the intrusion. However, he says, "Look at the facts. Replay that video." As they start replaying the video, asking what he meant, and he says, "Just replay the damn video." As, right when the attacks were about to meet, before he had stepped in, the ice started falling apart. It started crackling. It started cracking. As the tip fell off, and that was right when he teleported in, seemingly. As he basically intercepted the ice blast attack to redirect it back at Bakugo, so he would take the force of the explosion coming at him. As he said, "I stepped in because if I didn't, that attack would have gone through and possibly killed her." As she just says, "But you shouldn't have done that. That attack was reckless. What if you would have got hurt instead?" See, here's the thing. I can take attacks like that, no problem. However, somebody who's weak, collapsed, and fatigued, while angrily getting angrier, shouldn't have to deal with that kind of violence and force just because you wanted a bit of entertainment. As he starts berating Bakugo. It says, as Bakugo tries to retort, "This is a battle. She should be giving it our all. We should be always giving it our all." Says, yes, this is a battle. This is meant to simulate two opponents. However, one opponent is fairly weak. Do you think heroes kill villains by accident and saying it's okay because I was going against the villain? We can't just kill them. We have to rein them in. So if we see an opening, we take it. If we see a sign of weakness, we adjust and we bounce our strategies around it. You do not go harder just because they've grown weaker. As well, he tried to retort, however, he just kept biting his tongue. He says, "What I thought. Now get back to the room. I'll see you in the finals." As well, Midnight came over to check on Shota, as she was shivering as she was unconscious. Says, "We need to get Recovery Girl here now." And says, "I'll go take her." "But what about the?" "I'll be fine. Let me just go look after her." As well, he picks her up and basically Princess carries her, well, all the way over towards where Recovery Girl is. As she wakes up just as they're in the hallway, as he's about to reach the room, and she says, "Killua," says, "Don't talk. I've got you now. Why are you doing this?" "Well, it doesn't have to be nice, does it? Now, just try and warm up." As he was wearing while he was in the stands, he had his hoodie back on over the sports uniform. As he had wrapped around her, she noticed, "Your hoodie." Says, "You needed a lot more than I did after seeing you shake like that." As she just faces growing red and says, "Thanks." Says, "No worries." As it says, "Jeez, you must have been really cold. Your face is starting to go red. Well, super quick." It says, "Yeah, that must be it." As well, he rushed her down onto triage and stays there for a few minutes as he was notified that his match would be starting in a few minutes. As well, Todoroki just said, "Well, you should get going now." He says, "Why?" He says, "Well, don't you want to prepare?" He says, I can get there in a matter of 6 seconds. Waiting a bit more wouldn't hurt." "Yeah, but what about your match?" "I don't care. Honestly, I know how it's gonna end. Back on the floor again, just like kindergarten." "Wait, you two went to kindergarten together?" Says, "Yep. I'd known that asshole since, well, I was young. I stopped seeing him after I moved to a different school. However, mm, doesn't doesn't mean I don't know what he's like. Even from a young age, he was an ass. Yeah, that inferiority complex. So when he tried to goad you into using your fire, he kept getting angrier and angrier that you weren't using it. Says, yeah, I should have just used it instead of getting you dragged into this mess." As he, he says you have a perfectly good reason not to. As he, well, basically, fuck off phone. As he basically holds his, well, right hand up to her face where the scar is. Says, "That's a reminder why that's a scar. Not just physically, but mentally. You feel like that's the reason, isn't it?" As she says, "Yeah." It says, "Don't think of it as a scar. Think of it as, well, a mark a little symbol to show you that you should be brighter. Don't be ashamed of it. Be proud of it. It shows you that you're human." As he's well, I think I might have gone over it in the previous parts, but Killua's body is scarred, as a lot of the bandages he does have is from training, and some of those training wounds cause scars. They're mostly isolated to his body, as he was quite adamant and gets quite pissed when somebody hits him in the face, as he doesn't want the moneymaker to be damaged. As well, he basically takes off his shirt. She goes, what are you doing?" As he says, "Huh, nothing that you need to be concerned. Open your eyes." As she basically sees that all the scars he has, well, the scars he has on his chest and a few around his collarbone, just low enough that you won't be able to see it when he's wearing a shirt. As without even realizing, she lifts her hand up and she starts touching them. She's like, "What kind of life did you live?" "The life of, well, I don't know, just the life of mine. Everybody has ups and downs, good days and bad days. It just needs to be you and everybody around you to help you find those good days. So, don't worry, Ice Princess. You'll find, you'll find somebody who can, hopefully you can find other people as well who can help you warm up that heart. And hopefully bring out the best qualities in all of you." As he puts his shirt back on, as he looks and says, "Better get going now." And says, "Keep the jacket, by the way. Use it until you're warm enough to be able to stand on your own." As he walks out as Recovery Girl is going, "Oh my, what it is to be young nowadays." And says, "I know a way with words." And says, "Oh, even me being an old lady over here, I still even spark some feelings of passion I haven't felt since my youth." Says, "Oh, you flatter me, sir." Says, "To be in love." As he just walks away and enters the arena as he's staring down the wild beast of Barkokowski. As he delivers one single line, "I will take you down." As this is where I'm going to completely blue ball you guys and basically just say this is where the part ends. Haha, it is I, Dick. That's about it. But yeah, I'm sorry about the weird shuffling. So I forgot to take off my school uniform and I got a weird spray jacket. So nobody likes hearing that, but I'm sorry. I really am. Tired as always, but I've been the King of Underworld. I hope you guys all had a good day. And if any of you have made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, that kind of thing. Let me know what you liked. Also, please do go check out the Krupka video. I love making that, and yeah, don't feel forced. Do things at your own pace. But as I said, I've been the King of Underworld, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.